It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad. Alejandro just called me an asshole.
That's true, man.
Baddies, I'm gonna have you guys have my back and like vote for me. I'm gonna make a poll on an IG story one of these days. We're gonna find out how many of our listeners actually think I'm an asshole.
Yeah, but don't campaign, because I could see you being like, or like phrase it and being like, come on, guys, I'm not really an asshole. And then the options are like asshole or no, definitely not. And everyone's gonna pick, oh no, definitely not. Like you're gonna Dick Cheney it and make everyone think they're doing the right thing, but really they're fucking everyone over.
The options are gonna be asshole or saints. I'm gonna keep it really 50-50. I'm gonna give them all the say, and we're gonna let them talk. Let the people speak.
All right, guys, let us know if you think Christian's an asshole or a saint.
You better choose saint. My name is Christian.
Doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, it doesn't realize that's a...
Hitler was a Christian.
I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
I don't know if that's true either. I just thought I'd throw that out.
Are you just going to throw out like historical figures and make up religions for them?
Joan of Arc? Muslim. That's not true. She was a Catholic.
Moses? For show, Buddhist.
Ooh, I heard that Moses was actually a practitioner of sociology.
I also heard that Plato, the philosopher... Best friends with Socrates, both Buddhist.
No, I believe Socrates was a student of Plato.
But
that's actually a thing.
You could be a best friend with your student, though.
No, that's not how those relationships
Just as long as you don't.
Is your best friend your teacher?
I've had a teacher that was a good friend.
But your best friend?
No.
Because I don't think I'm a teacher.
You're not a teacher, but you did teach some kids at some point. So
you
were a teacher.
A lot. I teach kids quite a bit. I'm good with kids.
Yeah, no, I've seen you with kids. Yeah, I mean, it depends. We've talked about this before. There's a certain age range where I fucking hate children. I will throw you away. And I know that's forward. Moms out there, don't get at me with all of that. Oh, but kids don't know any better. They know better, and it's partially your fault if they're pieces of shit.
Oh, it's all the parents' fault.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And don't be like, oh, you guys just don't know because you don't have kids. Just because you couldn't wear a condom doesn't mean you're smarter than me, all right? That's what I think.
Yeah, I know how to glove it when I love it.
That's right.
Boom. Actually,
the movie we watched.
Oh, let's say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
51st dates.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older? Then we wouldn't have to wait so long. Wouldn't it be... I'd like to give a shout out to the lovely lady that recommended this film to us. Cara Susvilla. Thank you very much for bringing up this film because...
Thank you.
This is, might I say, this is my favorite Adam Sandler film.
Yeah, stick around and we'll give you your 1,000 shout outs at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and jump into it then.
Yeah, you want to tackle the nitty gritty, good sir?
Yeah, 51st Dates came out 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. You believe that?
Damn, it's
I was hoping you'd have a little more of a reaction. You had zero reaction.
Oh,
well, you like literally zero reaction.
Really? You want to be like?
Well, I thought it would be a little bit of a shock. Did you realize? Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, no, because I did.
You know what, dude? I'm out of here.
Because I really liked this film when it did come out
15 years ago.
Yeah. I was alive 15 years ago and very much aware of it.
I think there's going to be people who hear this podcast and they're not going to realize that it was 15 years ago. We're getting hung up on the age.
Yeah, when it was made.
Rated PG-13. It's got a runtime of 99 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Hair under 100. It's rated 6.8 out of 10. It's got on IMDb. It's got 45% on the Rotten Tomatoes, 48% on the Metacritic. And what percentage of Google users, Christian?
It's going to be 93%.
Wow. Did you take a peek at my notes?
No, is it really 93?
Oh, buddy. Did you take a peek at my notes?
I can't even see it here. And your notes are actually very illegible. So even if I did take a peek.
94%.
Ooh, I was pretty close.
Remember last episode I told you to put that 95% in your pocket for later?
Yep.
Here it is. Pull it out.
Oh, it's popping out.
Because it's still wrong, but it's a really close guess, though.
Uh-huh.
The synopsis coming at you here.
Ooh.
Playboy veterinarian. See, they put Playboy vet, but that
could mean anything. Yeah. That could have meant he was in a war.
In the Gulf War. No. Playboy veterinarian Henry sets his heart on romancing Lucy, but she has short-term memory loss. She can't remember anything that happened the day before. So, every morning, Henry has to woo her again. Her friends and family are very protective, and Henry must convince them that he's in it for love. I don't know what else he'd be in it for. It's not like she's got a bunch of money.
No, I mean, in it just for the one night stand. Like, because you could easily take advantage of this short-term memory girl. Sleep with her one night, have her forget you again, so there's no commitment.
I never even thought about it.
This movie was really good. One thing I wanted to tell you, what I wanted to say for this podcast is that I wanted to change the environment of like where I was watching movies, because I'm always like kind of like in this, I'm stuck in this house, and like it's could be very depressing being in solitary confinement when you're watching movie after movie. So I decided to go to Farm and Flower, my favorite coffee shop here in Benicia. And boy, was that a mistake, because this was hitting me right in the feels, dude.
Were you like crying in a cafe?
I was holding back my tears. This is
This
is a sentimental movie.
When I watched it too, to jump to the end of the movie, when he's on the boat listening to the Beach Boys, I had a little tear well up.
He's steering and he's screaming.
Why would you send me this, you bastard? You sick bastard.
Wouldn't it be nice? He's crying and singing at the same time.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm sure everybody has seen 50 First Dates.
Yeah.
This movie was very popular. It's the duo of Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler is a very common duo. Now it makes a bunch of sense. I think this was the first time they were paired together. Don't quote me on that. Fact checker Otis. No, you've ruined it again. It's a great movie, because my thing is when you make a funny movie that has a lot of comedians in it, a lot of them try to make it about them.
Yeah.
And nobody really did. You know, everyone kind of let it be.
They understood their role.
Yeah.
Like, and I miss him a lot, and he doesn't show up in any more Happy Madison films. But Rob Schneider's character,
he doesn't.
No, I don't think he was in Murder Mystery when we had watched that.
And he's not in Murder.
No.
I don't think any of them are. No, Kevin James are in Murder Mystery.
None of his like friends that he
because
uses.
I don't think. Remember, Adam Sandler didn't write that script. That script had been trying to be made for a while.
That's right.
So look at us with our look at the big brain on. We're trying to think. A lot of high fives today.
Wow,
this new setup is very conducive to high fives,
and we're getting better at high fives too. Usually we miss.
Real quick, just to run down who's in this movie: Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore, Sean Astin, aka Rudy,
aka Samwise Gamgee,
aka Doug Whitmore.
Who's his character's name? Yeah.
Rob Schneider, Dan Aykroyd.
Yes.
And Blake Clark, who plays Drew Barrymore's dad. He's also Sean's dad from Boy Meets World.
That's who he is. I completely forgot.
Yep.
Wow, good research that you're pulling out these
Didn't have to research
facts.
that one.
You just knew it.
I knew him. Yeah.
Because he looks so familiar.
Because Sean was my favorite character on Boy Meets World, and when his dad died, I cried.
He's a father. Oh yeah, man. Boy Meets World.
Episode? Another
really
like
hit some feels.
I didn't side tangent real quick.
Go ahead.
I don't like when sitcoms and like funny movies are super funny, and then they take a sideways turn to teach a lesson, and then halfway through teaching that lesson, they fuck it up by making a joke. Let me tell you why I don't like that.
Why?
Because I thought that's how life is.
That's exactly.
Because I grew up watching Full House and Family Matters and Step by Step and According to Jim and all of those, and every time they like having a real heart-to-heart, someone breaks a joke.
And now that's you.
And that's what I do. And everyone's like, Alex, fuck, dude. Not the time. And I'm always just like,
mom just died.
Even, oh my God. And I'm sure we can get verification from this. We don't have to, because this is a real thing. That like ex-girlfriends of mine have like, we've had like a fight.
Yeah.
And it's like a really serious conversation or a really serious fight. And I think to myself, like, all right, now it's time for the joke, for the audience to laugh,
like
to break it to like break the tension. And you know what? They almost never laugh at the joke. It almost makes it worse too, because they'll be like, "Are you fucking serious right now?" And I'm just like, "No, that was a joke to lighten the mood."
I can imagine you going through a breakup and like that awkward pause after like the final words have been said. You just put your hand in the middle and be like, "Go team," and then walk away.
I wouldn't say go team. It would literally be like, "So we still getting dinner?" Or?
Yeah,
like it would definitely be something like that. Back to 50 First Dates.
Back to the movie, man. Sean Astin's character,
hilarious,
so funny. I love that he had a thick lisp. I love that he also thought he was super cut and super buff.
He was just puffy.
Yeah, he was a little puffy, and he was on steroids.
Taking hella, yeah. They keep telling him, Lay off the juice, Doug.
Yeah, lay off the juice.
Lay off the juice, Dougie. And he wears these shirts that are just like
they're fishnets.
They're just like a fishnet football jersey.
He does this one thing that I love so much. He tries to do the titty dance, and like it zooms in on his like small pecs. And it's just
barely moving.
Yeah, little small dancers on his chest.
I love that he's always trying to work out too. He's always like doing push-ups, and he's got like Macho Man Randy Savage sunglasses on. My favorite part is when he's doing like reverse crunches, hanging upside down from the chandelier, because he's got so much energy from all the probably supplements he's taken. Like he just can't sit still.
I love when they go to the doctor to visit Dan Aykroyd so that Dan Aykroyd,
Drew Barrymore's doctor, because she has amnesia. She has this doctor a neurosurgeon.
And before they leave Dan Aykroyd's office, Sean Astin's like, "Hey Doc, so hypothetically speaking, I have a friend who's using steroids, but he gets wet dreams at night. Can you help me out, and so I can help my friend out?"
Listen here, Dougie. Lay off the sauce.
Okay, I'll go tell him that.
I'll go tell my friend that. That is. I wonder if he drew that lisp from Mike Tyson. I wonder if that was an inspiration for his character. I wonder if it was,
his own character choice.
Because Sean Astin is funny like that. He's a good actor. He's a funny actor too. One of my favorites.
I do like him.
One of my favorite scenes also involves Rob Schneider, though. He is doing a really good job. Because he is playing a character that's not like him. He likes to do these big kind of quirky characters, like the "You Can Do It" Farmer Hillbilly, Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo. He likes to do the animal.
He likes to play like either an ignorant straight man or like a very obnoxious, like wacky, kooky character.
I think mostly the wacky, kooky. I can't think of a time where he plays a straight man.
I mean, just like Deuce Bigalow, he's in a way, right? Or the animal, he's kind of like, he's not trying to be weird. He is
a person who has like animal body parts put into him, so he's like reacting as an animal, dude.
Yeah. Well, no, prior to that, he's just like a normal dude, right?
Oh, the setup of the movie.
The setup, yeah.
The first 10 minutes.
Okay, fine. Rob Schneider is wacky, always plays character.
Wacky. I would say maybe the only one where he's not is that Netflix movie he was in, where he plays Sandy Wexler or something like that, where he plays like a spy or whatever.
Yeah,
that's a pretty straight man. But then again, he turns into like a spy, so even that's kind of like a.
He's actually movie. He does still exist in Happy Madison films because he was in Ridiculous Six too.
Yeah, I'm telling you though. I think the only reason why he wasn't in Murder Mystery was because that's not an Adam Sandler movie.
That you're so right on that. Another high five for you, man. Speaking of Rob Schneider's character, he has some crazy lines, if I can just say them for you.
What's the game we play where you say it out of context?
Here, I'm going to, quotes without context.
Oh, you got a theme song for it now?
Is that a theme song?
Hey, is this my water?
Really, yeah, you could have it. I finished my Jamba Juice already, so you could have that.
It's not finished. It's got hella shit left.
Oh, shit. I'm blind. Asian.
I did Ancestry.com. We'll touch on that at the end of the episode.
Well, okay. Don't forget.
I won't.
Okay. Because I'm really curious. So, quotes without context. Ula edition. So, trying to bang our women? Make my sister clean up your hotel room? Do you remember that?
He's talking about like white people in Hawaii, right?
Yep. Howleys is what they call them.
I love calling people howleys. I got
call people that?
Yeah, because I'm not Hawaiian and because I know like people who know what that is. Like if a Hawaiian hears me say it to somebody, they always like look at me kind of like laugh. Whenever someone goes like, "Oh my god, I just love Hawaii. It's the best." I'm always like, "Fucking howley."
Dude, I don't even have to say anything to get Hawaiians to like me because they think I'm Hawaiian. All I have to wear is a Hawaiian shirt, walk around with a ukulele and flip flops. Boom.
When my brother had long hair, he used to get Hawaiian and Samoan friends quite easily.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm curious. I want to see pictures of your bro with long hair.
When he was a senior in high school. Next quote, please.
Okay, next quote. It's gonna be, my shirt size is medium husky.
That's when he's saying goodbye, right? He's like, when you bring me back a souvenir.
Yep.
My shirt size is medium husky.
Dude, that's...
oh my god, I wish I remember. Okay, finish what you were saying.
That scene was funny because prior to that, he was saying goodbye to Adam Sandler, and he was saying something in Hawaiian. He was like, whatever,
yeah.
And then like Adam Sandler's like, I don't know what you said, but man,
beautiful.
It's beautiful. And it's just like, what does that mean? Oh, don't forget to give me a shirt.
I'm saying medium husky.
Medium husky.
And then all the kids are doing flips off the dock, and he's like, "Hey, no do flippity off the dock. I tell you, no do flippity. He's like, all right, I'll show you how it's done. And then he runs and like slips and does a nasty belly flop into the water.
Terrible.
So fucking funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Another,
Next. Oh, go ahead.
No, keep going. Another quote.
Next Ula quote is, aquariums make me super horny.
Oh yeah, aquariums, they make me super horny. I don't remember why he said that. Why?
I think
when he's talking to his assistant, the Olga or whatever.
No, not Alexa, which is super funny. But it's when Adam Sandler has to shoot a video for Drew Barrymore's character.
Oh, and and
Ula
he's pretending to be Drew Barrymore. He's got the mop on his head and the coconut tits.
Yeah.
And then he goes. My favorite line from that is when he goes. He has like a blind eye, and he points at it and he goes, "Believe it or not, it's my good eye." Rob Schneider gets a lot of flack for playing like these ethnic characters and being a white guy, but I think he does it really well.
Rob Schneider is half Filipino, man.
No way.
He definitely is.
That's awesome.
He can get away with playing some ethnic characters because he is ethnic himself.
Well, he could get away with playing Filipino.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
right.
like, yeah. I, on the other hand,
he's yet to play a Filipino character.
I, on the other hand, could play almost any ethnicity.
Because you're basically every ethnicity after doing 23andMe?
Yeah, well, I did Ancestry.com. This isn't a shout out to them. They're not sponsoring us at all.
Ancestry.com.
But, should we touch on it real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Might as well.
Since we're talking about Filipinos.
I'm all down for it, man.
So I was actually kind of shocked. I have about 18 different things around in this soupy mess I call a body. And the majority of which I am 26% English.
Whoa.
Or Welsh or, Northwestern European.
Okay.
24% Native American, specifically from Michoacan or Southern Jalisco.
Oh, nice.
Told you I'm fucking Mexican.
Yeah, I've never doubted you.
14% Southeast Asia, specifically Vietnam.
Oh, you're Vietnamese.
8% Spanish, 8% Thai, 3% French, 3% Filipino, 3% Portuguese, 2% Norwegian, 1% Chinese, 1% Basque, 1% Italian, 1% Middle Eastern, 1% Nigeria, 1% Iran/Persia, 1% Senegal, 1% Irish Scottish, and 1% Cameroon, Congo, or the Southern Basin.
Jeez, and now you're at liberty to play any of those characters if you are cast.
Shout out to casting directors. I can play anything.
You need someone who's Thai? Boom, cast Alejandro.
You need somebody who's Basque? Thai.
Yeah.
I meant to say Alex.
What? Let's check myancestry.com. Oh, 200% Filipino.
You're extra. You have Filipino to spare.
Dipped in adobo, dude.
50 First Dates is such a funny movie and takes place in such a beautiful place in Hawaii. That was something that I couldn't get over. Was even when they're like just driving to the cafe or just hanging out by the tree that she crashed into. Beautiful. Couple of sunsets that they capture.
Yes.
Absolutely stunning.
It's a beautiful, beautiful scenery.
And real Hawaii. It's not the resort holiday in Hawaii that most of us see or go to. It looks to me, I've never been to real Hawaii.
It's not Waikiki.
Because I am a haole. I've never seen real Hawaii. I think that's what real Hawaii looks like.
Oh, yeah. It's not super flashy.
Otis, is that right?
Speaking of Otis, every single extra in this character looks like Otis.
Yes.
Tattoo face cook from the diner.
When they're eating Spam, they love Spam. I love Spam.
Dude, Spam and Reese's peanut butter cups always show up in this film because Adam Sandler's character loves those.
And when they're at the cafe, do you remember what Drew Barrymore likes to do in the cafe?
She likes to make little waffle houses or like waffle huts.
Waffle houses, exactly.
Which is how they met
initially. So cute, because
cute.
they do meet so organically, and they do have such a great relationship, and then they do go back home with each other, and then the next morning, surprise, surprise, she wakes up and
doesn't remember him.
Random dude in the bed.
Yeah.
Imagine you waking up.
Oh, like later on in the film after like their 23rd date.
Yeah, because he like leaves and doesn't. Or how does that work out?
The
first time he spends the night.
Yeah.
Right. Is a different time. And when he does, and she wakes up the next morning.
She wakes up to his face. Yeah.
Because it's a random dude in her bed. She's never met this dude. She doesn't know anything about this dude. And so that's when he realizes, oh shit, every day I'm going to have to do something to get her to like me, right?
Yeah. No. Actually, the order is mixed up. That's the first time they sleep with each other because he never spent the night until that was like probably their 23rd or 24th time doing that.
That's right.
That's he realizes he has to do it over and over again after he talks to all of the locals that are aware of Lucy's condition.
The waitress and the cook at the cafe.
And he meets Sean Astin and the dad. Yeah, and so
let's talk about some of the antics he does to try and woo her.
Yeah, let's break that down. So he tries to reenact. So the first time it did work, right?
Yeah.
Because it was organic. He had seen her from like across the diner, and like she's building like a Waffle House, and she's trying to make like a swivel door for her Waffle House. And he like he gets like a toothpick at the table, and he says like, it might work if you like just try to put this toothpick here, and now it's like a little swivel door. Yeah, a little hinge. And she thought it was cute, and they hit it off. And then he tries to do it again the next day or like 2 days later.
And she's like,
And she was like, were you raised in a family that...
No, doesn't he... The first time he does it, he's like, hey, why don't you try with the toothpick? To be like, don't you remember? And she was like, what?
That's right.
And he was like, the toothpick. And she's like, look, I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Oh, no, it was even worse than the toothpick because there was this whole gimmick about like he has fishy hands because he works at an aquarium.
Yeah.
And she was like,
so do you want to smell my hand?
Yeah, because she loves the smell of fish because her dad's a fisherman.
Oh, man.
And so he's like, yeah, do you want to smell my hands? They're extra fishy today.
Excuse me? He's like,
she's like, excuse me, pervert? I don't want to smell your fingers.
So it's tough. Yeah, it's very hit or miss. Sometimes his antics work, sometimes they don't. What was your favorite gimmick that he did?
He was sitting at the counter of the diner, the counter area of the diner, and he's looking at the menu, and he starts crying. And like, not even a realistic cry. He's just like throwing water on his face. And she like walks up, and she's like, oh my gosh, are you okay? He's just like, it's nothing. It's just that I can't read. And he tries so hard to say the word pancakes. Penqua.
I just can't do it. It's okay.
It's okay.
I can read it for you.
And she's apparently a teacher and teaches like kids, and so she invites him over to her table, and starts teaching him how to read. This entire time, she knew that he was just flirting with her, and was just trying to play along.
Like we've said in the past, it's fun when you got somebody to play along with you.
What was your favorite antic?
The penguin.
Oh,
so because he works at an aquarium, he has a lot of animals with him.
Yeah.
And he has a fun little penguin that he hangs out with. He dresses his penguin in a Hawaiian shirt, and he's going to have the penguin walk across the street. And when she stops to see the penguin, he's like, "Oh, hey, you found my penguin." I think that's the plan. We don't actually see the plan go into fruition because as Drew Barrymore is flying down the street, she drops her CD case.
Yep.
Shout out to 2004, and isn't looking at the road. And he's like, "Why isn't she stopping? Oh my God, why isn't she stopping?" And then barely misses the penguin.
The penguin, is untouched. Thank God. Willie the penguin. Very cute name for a penguin. Speaking of which,
what?
Jocko the walrus. Do you know where Jocko the walrus is from?
SeaWorld?
Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, boy.
No way.
Yeah,
he's a former coworker?
He's a former coworker. You
used to work with the guy who was in 50 First Dates?
Mm-hmm. That is
Why didn't we start the episode with that, dude?
I completely forgot.
You know Jocko?
Yeah, dude, I know Jocko. Jocko, unfortunately, passed away last year.
Rest in peace, Jocko.
Rest in peace, man.
Jesus.
But yeah, I have seen Jocko all around.
Let me ask you.
What's up?
Did he get paid well for this movie? Because animals are supposed to be paid.
Oh, I hope so. I'm pretty sure they shot a lot of the movie at Six Flags. Yeah, I mean, you can't really bring it'd be way more difficult
to bring him to Hawaii.
Yeah, give Jocko first class.
Are there scenes in the aquarium that you recognize from Six Flags?
It's hard because they're so. I think they were strategic about shooting the film at Six Flags that they were very ambiguous spots with like cement walls surrounding, so that you can't really see that it's a theme park. So I'm pretty sure.
Interesting.
Which there are structures in Six Flags where there's a lot of cement walls and it can be very private. So I think that's where they shot those scenes with Jocko, man.
That's a scoop.
Yeah, when Cara, the lovely lady, my former coworker, she was a dancer at Six Flags when I had sang there.
Oh,
good friends with Melissa, my girlfriend.
That's the connect.
Yeah, she was the one. She was like, do 50 first dates. Oh, rest in peace, Jocko. Dang, man. And that made me super excited. I was like, I know that walrus. I
do want to make a quick little point here.
Yeah.
The disease or brain problem that she has.
Drew
Barrymore.
It's like Goldfield syndrome or something like that.
Something, yeah. It's BMJ or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Was a fictional disease.
That's what I was guessing.
Until 2010, when there was a woman who developed amnesia after a car accident, and she would do stuff every day that she didn't know she had already done yesterday.
Okay.
And doctors had determined that after doing neuropsychological tests on her, they did find that she had this relapse, and they called it. Again,
I didn't mean that, and it's a home. My home is calling me. That's weird.
We're in your home.
Yeah.
It's like Scream.
Uh-oh.
They're in the house.
Dude, they're in the house.
So yeah, she actually had this disease, and a lot of people thought it was she was faking it because she had seen Drew Barrymore, or she said Drew Barrymore was her favorite actress. So a lot of people thought she was faking it, and it wasn't. It was, they called it the Truman Show delusion, where a patient sees a movie or something and they believe they're like a character in the Truman Show or a character in 50 First Dates.
That's so trippy.
Until 2015, when two people were discovered to have what's called anterograde amnesia, which is almost exactly like what we see in the movie.
So the time frame is like a day, and then once you go to sleep, wake up, you think it's the same day.
There's a guy in the UK. He wakes up every day thinking it's March 14th, 2005. The day he went in to go get dental surgery, had some anesthesia done. He thinks it's that day every single day now.
Jesus Christ. And so do the people, much like the movie, do the people in his life, do you know?
The woman who they thought was faking it, I think, was getting better. I think I had read somewhere that she was showing signs of progression, which was another reason why they think she might have been faking it or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, so it wasn't permanent.
So
okay, I'm glad there was progress.
Yeah, definitely, if it's a real thing.
Yeah.
You know me.
Yeah. But to get back to this movie, and speaking of all of that, that's why it was so emotional, because like even if it was
tough,
man, because
that was a turn that became pretty serious when so Adam Sandler makes videos to remind her of what happens. He finally cracks the code, and the code is I'll make a video for her every morning, and she can wake up, watch this video, and she'll be up to date.
And it started off so sweet. It didn't hit hard at the beginning, saying like you've got amnesia. It said like a quick update on the past year that you've missed.
Well. Is that the last video we see at the end?
No, this is the first video.
Exactly.
He updates it later.
Yeah.
With this first video, it was just a quick update on like what's been happening on the news, just around the world. Happy news, sad news, funny news. Just like it said, like April, Snoop Dogg gets off weed.
Yeah.
And it shows like a still of Snoop Dogg kind of like not just chilling. And then it says like May, Snoop Dogg back on weed, and it's Snoop Dogg dancing. Just like
I like to know, like Red Sox won the World Series. Just kidding. Arnold Schwarzenegger, governor of California. Not kidding.
Super funny stuff.
Very funny jokes. Very funny. And they end up, that becomes her thing. At the end of the movie, they transcribe that into a book. She's going to read that for when she decides to break it off.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Heartbreaking.
So the video is reminding her, it tells her, hey, you got in a car accident. You swerve to avoid hitting a cow. You hit a tree and hit your head.
Yeah.
And you wake up every day thinking it's that day. And she asks, she's really concerned. She goes, well, what happened to the cow?
And they're joking, and they say like, well, the cow also has the same disease that you have, and always asks every day if she's a cow.
Every day they have to remind her she's a cow.
See, that's like you, very tense environment.
So to kind of like break the tension.
Say a joke.
Yeah, I guess that, you know what? Maybe I am like Adam Sandler, just a hopeless romantic.
Hopeless romantic. But you're not lying to like tourists that you're a secret CIA agent.
That's funny. In the beginning, when you see him being a playboy, I almost forgot he was a playboy kind of guy.
Yeah, because for most of the movie, he was being genuine.
It's the first 2 minutes of the movie are not like the rest of the 97 minutes of the movie.
Not at all. It seems like a completely different film.
It's pretty funny, but I like it. This is for sure one of my favorite movies and one of the movies that I've seen quite a bit.
Yeah.
And people like it. It's clearly rated high on Google because we all thoroughly enjoy this movie.
Yeah, extremely popular. Like I said, once again, my favorite Adam Sandler film. Actually, one of the most iconic scenes and a song that I sing to this day randomly because it's so catchy is Forgetful Lucy. Yeah.
Forgetful Lucy.
Cracked a head like Gary Busey. Yeah, that stuff. Oh, real. That's where I start to like tear up.
Yeah, that is a sad part. I also tear up a lot when he figures it out that she does remember him and that she sings while she's painting, and he realizes that she only sings on the days that she remembers.
Yeah, and she sings a specific song, which is the Beach Boys song, Wouldn't It Be Nice, and which she holds very close to her heart because that was her mother's song, and like her dad loves hearing that song.
Boys.
Yeah.
I love the Beach Boys. I know you like the Beach Boys as well.
Yes.
That surfer rock that came out in the late 60s is really great. If you've never heard the album Pet Sounds in its entirety, I highly suggest taking a seat and listening to that. It's a great album. That song has, I think Wouldn't It Be Nice is on that album.
I believe so, yeah.
Also, Good Vibrations is on that album. And there's also a instrumental track called Pet Sounds, which is an incredible song.
Dude, we gotta listen to that after this.
Yeah, I'm down. Do you have a best person on set of words about that time?
Yeah, it's Drew Barrymore for me. Dude, Drew Barrymore, I love so much about her. She's not your conventional beauty, but she is definitely a beauty with her wholesome demeanor, and she's just so cute, and she seems like someone that you can easily fall in love with. I had a crush on her in this movie. She's building Waffle Houses, for God's sakes. Being an ex-fat boy, playing with your food and still eating it afterwards. Ding, ding, ding.
Sticky hands? You a big fan of sticky hands?
I'm a sticky hands Christian is what they call me.
That's a horrible nickname.
Terrible.
I don't want to be a dick.
Then don't be.
It's never stopped me in the past, though. Do you think Drew Barrymore would be this popular if she wasn't a Barrymore?
That's because she did kind of have like an easy in into Hollywood,
She's
being like a child
generation.
Star.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think so. I
definitely because like you mentioned like she's not the most conventionally attractive girl, and maybe not even. I don't know. Maybe I think she's a fairly good actress. I'm not trying to belittle her skill. But like she had her problems. She was
oh yeah, she definitely had her downs.
Definitely was a good start, but when you start acting that young and you're still acting now, it's tough to live a normal life. You know what I mean?
She's back at it. She's consistently acting. She's
got a show coming out soon.
I think it already came out. Santa Clarita Diet.
No, another one. Oh, I'm thinking of Kirsten Dunst, but yes, Santa Clarita Diet is the one I'm actually thinking of.
Yeah, I think that got canceled though. Sadly, there's like 2 seasons out, and I wanted to check it out, but
is that Timothy Olyphant or is that Josh Duhamel?
I think it's neither. I think it's like a third person that looks like them too.
Can we get fact checker, please? Can you check? Work on that for us, please.
Yep. So Drew Barrymore for sure is my best person on person on set.
I think my favorite is oh man, I really think it's Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider is a close second for me
because Rob Schneider is doing the most, dude. He is such a crazy, kooky character. He's in quite a bit of makeup and hair, and very, very funny.
But he's doing it right.
Stays in it. It's not hacky.
No, it's not cringy.
It's not like sometimes when Jim Carrey's going full bore, I kind of... even Rob Schneider, sometimes when he goes full bore, I kind of... But this one's
But he did it right here.
Right
Ula is definitely a top Rob Schneider character.
Timothy Olyphant.
It is Timothy Olyphant?
It is.
Fuck, dude. Oh, okay. Gonna have to check that out. One of my favorite Rob Schneider shticks while we're still on it is he's smoking a joint on like Adam Sandler's boat that he's building and prepping for his voyage, for his studies.
To Alaska.
Yep. And Adam Sandler's like, can you stop poofing on that joint? And he's like, okay, brother. And he takes the joint and he puts it in his butt crack. Disgusting. Why would you do that?
That's some Wu-Tang Clan shit, homie.
Nah, I don't know if the Wu-Tang put it in their butt cracks.
No, but you ever seen the video of the Wu-Tang when they and like just like inhale the last of the blunt?
Oh, just eat it all?
Yeah, just and just suck it right in.
No, I wonder if that shows
Wu-Tang,
up in
motherfucker.
the new Hulu Wu-Tang show.
Oh, that looks like it could be cool, but they're definitely gonna like tone down Wu-Tang for that.
Oh yeah,
show.
yeah, you can't.
Like that's
have
why
that
I kind of didn't
unfiltered.
like Straight Outta Compton, because they definitely made Eazy-E not as gross and disgusting as he actually was, and definitely made Ice Cube way cooler than he actually
They had
was.
to make it sellable. They had to like really back the people that they wanted to back. They had to like not be very careful about tainting this name and not tainting that name. And that's how it is when you try to hit biography films, biopics.
50 First Dates. You suggest it to anybody who hasn't seen it?
Suggest, guys, if you like romance, if you like comedy.
Do you think this is a rom-com? Do you think this is the best rom-com? Do you think it's in top 10 rom-com? Where do you think it kind of stands in?
Definitely top 10. Top 10, one of the most memorable. There hasn't been one individual.
3?
I would have to look at the list of rom-coms and see if it really
Your list
goes
of
on.
rom-com. I mean,
my list.
we love rom-coms. It's not
Top
like
5.
We couldn't go. That's not many. Do you want to name your top 5?
Shit, it's gonna be really difficult right now. Fuck.
Well, it's not we're not etching it in stone, so it's okay.
Yeah. Let's go with The Notebook.
That's number 1.
That's not even a rom-com. I'm just kidding.
I thought it was funny.
I was laughing at all the parts.
Yeah, they killed that old bitch.
Oh my god.
Okay, top 5 rom-coms.
What are yours?
Okay, coming in at number 5. Fool's Gold.
Oh, I've yet to see that. We want to do that on this podcast.
Yes. Coming in at number 4. Also Matthew McConaughey's How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh, that's a good one.
Number 3. Failure to Launch. Also Matthew McConaughey.
I haven't seen it.
Number 2 rom-com. Don John.
I forgot about that one.
Funny.
Super funny.
Tony Danza and JGL.
Mm-hmm.
Killing it.
JGL like we had never seen him before.
Buff.
Big boy.
And honestly, dude, I really think my number 1 is 50 First Dates. It is a pretty immaculate rom-com. I didn't want to lead you with the question. That's why I didn't want to, necessarily go first. But I really do think this is an immaculate rom-com. Mm-hmm. Because it's got funny people. It's done well. The story's paced well. It's not hack. It's not overdone. This is a rom-com bit that no one's ever even done before. The amnesia chick trying to do the you know what I mean?
Very unique. Very unique.
How many times have we seen the cool guy who has to convince the nerd to be cool and then he works it out?
Yeah.
Or the hot chick who,
who's wooed by the nerd.
Exactly.
All the underdog films.
All those rom-com things. The loser who finally finds his way.
It's very cookie cutter.
No, this one is such a
unique storyline, and it's actually hitting all of the feels. Like I said,
yeah.
Almost cried in public.
I wouldn't blame you, dude.
Yeah.
I think this is a pretty immaculate rom-com.
Yeah. Good thing we didn't both watch it in public, because if we had two dudes crying at a coffee table.
I don't know how you did it. Were you drinking coffee while you did it?
I was.
Because caffeine makes me pretty emotional. Caffeine makes me feel whatever I'm feeling times 4.
Wow.
It's not a lot, but it's like times 4. Where like suddenly I'll be watching like a commercial and I'll be like,
a commercial? Are you watching that dog commercial? In the arms of the angel.
Oh no, I hate that commercial.
Dude, I try to switch the channel right when I see that.
I keep it on just to show to my dog, because my dog came from a pound, and I say, Sochi, I don't know why the fuck you always try to run out the front door. Look at these dogs. You got it way better than those dogs. You got it good, Soch. I don't know what you're complaining about, you bitch. 1,000 shout outs to our friend.
Yeah.
Cara
Susvilia.
Cara Susvilia.
It's okay, man. It's okay, man. You've never met her. Cara, it looks like Cara, but 999 more. Let's do it.
Cara Susvilia. How about we get one right? There we go. Shout out to Cara Susvilia. This is a tongue. This is a difficult name with a lot of consonants.
She's going to unfollow the podcast.
No, she's going to love this. She's going to want to meet me so I can learn her name.
There you go. It's going to take approximately 6 hours for Alejandro, Jeffrey, Adrian, Mendoza, Middleton to learn your name.
Cara Susvela?
Susvilia. Think of the Spanish vowels, man.
Susvilia.
I don't even know.
But Cara isn't pronounced.
Yeah, Cara.
It'd be Cara. That's not even Cara. Carla. It'd be Carla.
You're adding an L in there.
But that's what I'm saying. If it was Spanish, it would be Carla. Just like if Alexander was Spanish, it would be what?
Alejandro. I don't know.
It'd be Alejandro.
Real? Is it not? Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like Christian.
Cristiano.
No, they don't just shove O's.
I know, but there's a Cristiano Ronaldo of
Cristiano. Yeah. And he's Portuguese. He's not Spanish.
Yeah. But
all right, so we got a couple more real quick, and then we'll end this shit.
Yep.
Shout out to
Car. Well, just say the first name. Shout out to Car. Shout out to Car.
It can't be that bad. Oh, 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 it can't be that bad.
Hey guys, real quick, we'd just like to give a few shout outs to the people that have helped us get to where we are.
We want to say thank you.
Thank you to the Boo Bros for the amazing sound production.
Yeah, thanks to Greg Reasoner for helping us out with some artwork.
Thanks to Faith Cow for helping us out with some additional artwork.
Of course, we want to thank, as always, Melissa and Otis because they're
awesome photographers
and doing things like that. And then Otis also has his new role as fact checker. So thank you so much, Otis. We really appreciate it.
And of course, we'd love to thank you guys.
Yeah, we want to thank the baddies out there.
Thank you, baddies.
You guys are killing it. Keep it up.
All right. See you later.